We humans keep tripping over a fatal flaw. We sell ourselves short, convinced we're not enough, letting golden chances slip through our fingers, or turning ourselves into some basic, watered-down version of who we could be. But what if right now I told you've already got everything it takes to hit the top, to be the absolute best where no one can touch you? Not cash, not status, not dumb luck, but a power locked inside you, a fire just waiting for you to throw gas on it, a potential snoozing till you shake it awake. The only thing holding you back isn't the world out there, it's how you see yourself. Picture this. You walk into a room, head high, eyes sharp, voice dripping with conviction. Not 'cause you're cocky, but 'cause you know your worth. Want to live like that? If you're in, then today, we're kicking off the journey to live like the best damn version of you. Life's no picnic. Failure, criticism, self-doubt. We've all been there. I've stood in front of the mirror too, wondering if I've got the juice to bust through those walls. But here's the real talk. Success doesn't come from what's outside. It's how you hit back. The greatest legends in history, inventors, leaders, they're not built differently from you at the core. They've just got one edge. They dared to believe they were the best and lived it out loud. The world's a mirror. See yourself as average, it hands you limits. See yourself as a badass, and it cracks open the path. This ain't feel-good fluff. It's stone-cold truth, proven over thousands of years by minds that flip the game. You can do it too, if you dare to believe and move on it. This journey has no empty hype or fuzzy theories. I'm showing you how the top dogs turn potential into reality, not with magic, but with razor-sharp logic, practical science, and lessons straight from history's playbook. These are tools you can grab today to flip your life. No waiting, no need to be perfect, just start. You'll unpack what sets the trailblazers apart and how you can step into that spot. But I'm not promising a smooth ride. It's going to mean facing yourself head-on, smashing old limits, and rocking a confidence no one can shake. Before we dive deeper, I've got a heart-to-heart to ask. I built this journey because it kills me to see so many ditch their dreams just because they don't believe. If you've ever felt overlooked, ever thought you're not good enough, hit that subscribe button. It's not just to follow, it's to join me in building a crew where you're not solo, where we lift each other to the top. One click says you're worth it, and I'm betting on you to crush it. Are you ready? Take a deep breath and say, I'm the damn best. The ride starts now. Chapter 1. Belief, the bedrock of greatness. If you want to live like the best, untouchable, top of the game, the first thing you've got to do is believe it's possible. Not hope, not daydream, straight up rock-solid belief that nothing can shake. You might have skills, talent, and killer ideas, but without belief, it's all zilch. Why? Because belief isn't just a vibe, it's the filter that shapes how you see the world, how you bounce back from flops, how you snatch opportunities. The ones at the top aren't always the smartest, the most skilled, or the luckiest. They're the ones who believe they've got what it takes and deserve to be there. Think about it. Every massive win in history, from building planes to business empires, kicked off with one person bold enough to believe when no one else did. Belief isn't something you wait to feel, it's something you build. And today we're breaking down how to stack it up. First, get why belief matters. Science backs it. Your brain runs on what you accept as true. A 2011 Harvard study showed people who believe in themselves, even without hard proof, crush it 30% harder than folks with the same skills but no confidence. Why? Belief fires up your nervous system, amps your focus, and keeps you grinding. When you're convinced you're the best, your brain hunts for proof. It spots chances others miss and flips doubt into drive. Flip that. If you think you're not good enough, your mind digs for excuses to tank, a self-sabotage loop. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic OG, said, "Your mind's got the juice to handle whatever hits you." This ain't fuzzy philosophy, it's straight-up biology. Check a real one, Elon Musk. In 2002, when he launched SpaceX, the aerospace crowd laughed. A rookie taking on NASA? Musk had zero rocket-building cred, no A-list team back then, and a budget that was pocket change next to the big dogs. What did he have? A hardcore belief he could pull it off, not if, but when. He said, "I don't care if there's a 90% chance of crashing, I'll take the 10% and roll." Result? SpaceX didn't just survive, it flipped the industry, landing the first reusable rocket in 2015, something even NASA hadn't cracked. Musk didn't win because he was better out the gate. He won because he believed he could learn, pivot, and push past. His belief wasn't tied to the now, it was locked on the vision he built. You might be thinking, cool, but I'm not Elon. I don't have his resources or genius. Wrong. Belief doesn't demand you start special, it demands you decide to get there. A 2018 Journal of Social Psychology study found folks who rate themselves above average, even with no proof, snag leadership roles 40% faster than equally skilled but self-doubting peers. Why? They act like they're already the best. They talk with swagger, decide quickly, and don't let flops define them. This ain't arrogance, it's a play. The world's too busy to fact-check your skills. It vibes off how you show up. So how do you build this belief? Don't sit around waiting for confidence to hit. It won't if you're just chilling. Belief's like a muscle. You've got to work it. Step 1. Flip how you talk to yourself. Science calls it self-talk, and it rewires your subconscious. A 2014 University of Illinois study showed people repeating positive affirmations like, "I've got this" for 30 days straight, cut stress by 25%, and boosted work performance by 15%. Try it today. Every morning, stare in the mirror and say loud, "I'm the best, no one's topping me." Sounds dumb? Maybe at first, but keep it up, and your brain buys in. Not magic, just you reprogramming how you see yourself. Step 2. Act like you already believe. Harvard psych Amy Cuddy's 2012 power posing study proved standing tall, shoulders back, head up, for just 2 minutes spikes testosterone, confidence hormone, by 20% and drops cortisol, stress hormone, by 25%. Epictetus, another Stoic heavy, said, "Act like everything you do matters, 'cause it does." What does that mean? You don't need to feel confident to start, just fake it till it's real. Walk like a leader, talk like you know your shit, move like a winner, and face challenges like you've crushed 1,000 before. This ain't pretending, it's training your mind and body to sync with belief. Real-world proof. Sarah Blakely, Spanx founder. In 2000, she was a door-to-door salesperson with $5,000. No fashion biz know-how, but she believed she could shake up the game with a shapewear idea. Dozens of manufacturers shut her down and laughed at her weird pants pitch. What set her apart? She didn't let rejection rattle her belief. She taught herself to write a patent, pitched retailers solo, and turned Spanx into a billion-dollar hustle in a decade. Blakely's belief wasn't based on her reality then. It was her call to not quit till she made it. You don't need to be a genius or have a perfect setup. You just need to decide you're worth it. Right now, not tomorrow. The world doesn't crown the best. It crowns the ones who claim it. Start by telling yourself, "I can learn anything. I can outpace anyone." Then get up, move, prove it. Belief's not the finish line. It's the fuel to get you there. When you believe you're the best, you start living it. And that's when the game changes. Chapter 2. Act like the best. The power of decision. Belief's your foundation, but if you don't act, it's just a pretty thought rotting in your head. Want to live like the best, untouchable, top tier? You've got to decide and move. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, but right now. The ones leading don't wait for chances. They make them. They don't overthink forever. They step up, even if the path's foggy. Bold action is what splits dreamers from champs. This isn't some feel-good pep talk. It's cold, hard truth, backed by science and history. Today, we're breaking down why action's the lifeblood and how you kick it into gear ASAP. First off, action calls the shots on your results. A 2016 Stanford study tracked 500 startup founders over 5 years. The takeaway? Those who decided fast, within 24 hours of getting info, had a 35% higher success rate than the let me think it over crew. Why? Quick moves build momentum. They force you to learn on the fly instead of drowning in endless what-ifs. Hesitation's the real enemy. It kills opportunities, dims your confidence, turns ideas to dust. While you're stuck on if, someone else is doing and tweaking. The world doesn't wait. It's owned by the ones who jump. Look at Jeff Bezos, Amazon's mastermind. In 1994, he's a cushy Wall Street finance guy, solid pay, safe future. Then he clocks the internet, booming, an untapped goldmine. Does he wait to map out a perfect plan? Nah. He quits, drives cross-country with his wife and a laptop, starts Amazon in a garage. No expert squad, no fat stacks. Just a call. Act now. He said, I knew I'd regret it forever if I didn't try. Payoff? From an online book hustle, Amazon is a trillion-dollar beast, owning e-commerce, cloud tech, and AI. Bezos didn't win because everything was lined up. He won because he decided and moved while others waffled. So why do so many freeze? Fear of screwing up. A 2019 American Psychological Association survey found 62% of adults delay big decisions because they're scared to fail. Here's the deal. Fear of messing up is a mirage. Science says acting, even if you flop, beats doing nothing. A 2017 UC study showed folks who goofed on real projects learned 22% faster and did 18% better next round than risk dodgers. Mistakes don't kill you, they school you. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic legend, said, if it ain't right, don't do it. If it ain't true, don't say it. Meanwhile, stalling slays your shot. Every second you pause, someone's snagging your spot. The best don't fear flops. They fear not starting. How do you act like the best? First, train fast decisions. Nobel-winning psych Daniel Kahneman, in Thinking Fast and Slow, showed that 80% of daily calls lean on the gut, not endless breakdowns. You don't need all the data, just enough to roll. Epictetus dropped, do what's gotta be done now. This moment's all you've got. Try it today. Face a choice. Give yourself 60 seconds to pick. New project? Quick weigh pros and cons, then yes or no. This ain't reckless. It's trusting you can pivot. A 2020 Journal of Business Management study found folks deciding in under a minute boosted performance by 15% over hours-long dawdlers. Speed's your edge. Step 2, move like you're already the best. Psych Albert Bandura calls it self-efficacy. Act with certainty, and you convince yourself you've got it. Think LeBron James. Before big games, he's not sweating rivals. He hits the court like the wind's locked. In 2016, his Cleveland Cavaliers were down 1-3 in the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors, a hole no team had ever climbed out of. James didn't fold. He led, averaging 36 points a game through the rest, snagged the title. Context: facing the league's top dogs, millions watching, history against him. Secret? He acted like the best. No hesitation, no doubt, pure grit. That win wasn't luck. It was decisive action. You don't need crystal clarity to start. Real talk. CB Insights says 70% of startups tank because they delay launching, per 2022 data. Meanwhile, Bezos and James crushed it because they moved before ready, learned as they went. You can too. Start small. Today, pick one goal, send that big email, kick off a side hustle, face a challenge, and do it in the next 30 minutes. No long prep, just go. Screw up, fix it. Every small step builds the action habit, and that habit makes you the best. Action's not just a move, it's a statement. When you decide and do, you're yelling to the world, I'm here and I ain't stopping. A 2018 University of Michigan study found decisive workers got promoted 28% faster than wait for instructions types. Why? They prove worth with results, not talk. Want to lead? Don't wait on your boss, your crew, or the stars. Start with what you've got. Here's the deal. The world doesn't reward overthinkers. It rewards doers. Belief is the spark, but action is how you make it real. Right now, pick one thing you've been stalling, a decision, a step, and hit it. No excuses, no delays. You're the best when you act like it, and that's when the world clocks you. Chapter 3. Imagination, the blueprint of success. You've got belief, you've got action, but to truly live like the best, untouchable at the top, you need a sharper tool, imagination. This isn't kiddie daydreaming. It's the weapon every top dog wields to turn ideas into reality. Before a skyscraper stands, there's a blueprint. Before success hits, there's a picture in your head. Imagination is where it all kicks off. It shapes your future before you grab it. The best don't wait for the world to hand them chances. They see it, then make it real. Today, we're breaking down why imagination's your success blueprint and how you can fire it up right now. First, get how imagination works. Science says your brain doesn't fully split reality from vivid mental pics. A 2015 University of Chicago study found that when you imagine something, like sinking a basketball, your neurons fire almost the same as if you're doing it for real. What does that mean? When you picture yourself crushing it, your brain preps your body and mind to make it happen. That's why Olympic athletes use visualization to level up. A 2018 Journal of Sports Science study showed folks who practiced imagining boosted performance by 13% over the physical-only crew. Imagination's not just thinking, it's a brain programming hack. Take Walt Disney, who spun imagination into a billion-dollar empire. In 1955, starting Disneyland, he's got no cash, no big team, and the theme park game didn't even exist like he saw it. They called him nuts for buying 160 acres of swamp in California. Banks said no, investors laughed. But what did Disney have? A crystal clear vision, a spot where families could kick it, miles from the grimy parks of the day. He sketched it out, spun tales of a magic kingdom before a single brick dropped. Context, he just tanked on a film, faced insane money pressure, but his imagination didn't flinch. Payoff, Disneyland opens 1955, pulled 1 million visitors in 7 weeks, now a global icon. Disney didn't win because he had it all. He won because he saw it before anyone else did. You might think, I'm no artist or inventor, imagination's not my thing. Wrong. You don't need born creativity, just the guts to picture yourself where you want to be. Epictetus, Stoic heavy, said, first tell yourself who you want to be, then do what's gotta be done. A 2019 Stanford study found people who regularly visualize specific goals are 25% more likely to nail them than the write-it-down crowd. Why? Picturing it lights up your prefrontal cortex, the planning and problem-solving hub. When you see yourself as the best, you're not just dreaming. You're training your brain to map it out. This ain't magic. It's how your noggin evolved to survive and thrive. So how do you wield imagination like a pro? Step 1. Make it vivid and specific. I want to succeed is the weak sauce. Too vague to stick. Paint a full-on picture. Say you want to run your job. See yourself leading the team, pitching a killer idea, hearing the claps, feeling the confidence surge. A 2016 UC study showed detailed visualization with sights, sounds, feels, boosts effectiveness by 30% over fuzzy thoughts. Spend 5 minutes daily, close your eyes, see yourself at the top, hear the buzz, taste the win. Your brain logs it and starts running that script. This ain't meditation, it's real deal programming. Step 2, pair imagination with action. It doesn't replace the grind, it steers it. Think Michael Phelps, 23-time Olympic gold swimmer. Before every race, he'd mentally swim it, start dive to finish, hundreds of times. Context, 2008 Beijing Olympics. Goggles flood, he's blind in the water. Still breaks a world record. How? He'd swum that race in his head thousands of times. His body just followed. Phelps's vision wasn't just vibes, it was strategy, backed by hours of work. You too. See success, then do the damn thing to get there. A 2020 Journal of Neuroscience study says mixing visualization with action pumps, efficiency by 40% over either solo. Here's the catch. Imagine negative, and that sticks too. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Your life's what your thoughts make it." A 2017 Yale survey found 68% of folks who picture failure rejection, losing dodge risks, and perform 20% worse than neutral types. Your mind doesn't care. It amplifies what you feed it. So take the wheel. When doubt creeps up, hit pause, swap in a win. Instead of bombing a pitch, see yourself owning it. Voice steady, crowd nodding. Do it enough, you'll feel the shift. Try it now. Pick a goal, big or small, and spend 5 minutes seeing it win. Get the details, feel it, then take the first step to make it real. Imagination's no fairy tale. It's the best secret sauce. A 2021 Oxford study says leaders who visualize regularly boost creative problem solving by 18% over non-visualizers. Walt Disney saw Disneyland before he built it. Phelps saw gold before he swam. What do you see? That's where you're headed. Imagination's a power you've already got. No one can jack it. Use it to design the life you want, then hustle to build it. The best don't wait for the future. They sketch it in their heads, then make it stick. Start now. Chapter 4. Grit, the key to crushing adversity. You've built belief, you've acted bold, you've sketched your future with imagination. But to truly live like the best, untouchable at the top, you've got to grit it out. Life's no straight shot. It's packed with flops, roadblocks, days you want to quit. The top dogs aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get up every damn time, no matter how many. Grit's not stubbornness. It's the juice that turns setbacks into springboards. This ain't empty cheerleading. It's a rule stamped by science and history. Today, we're digging into why grit's the key and how you can forge it right now. First up, grit decides if you win. A 2013 University of Pennsylvania study tracked 1,000 students over a decade and found grit, passion plus persistence, predicted 27% of their odds of graduating and nailing careers, blowing past IQ or raw talent. Why? Talent's just the starting line. Grit's what drags you to the finish. Failure's not game over, it's intel. The best see every tumble as a lesson, not a life sentence. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic big shot, said, "Fire burns hotter against the wind." Same with you. Real talk. Adversity doesn't break you. It hardens you if you don't tap out. Look at Thomas Edison. In 1878, chasing the light bulb, he's no top-tier scientist, just a self-taught tinkerer with a small Jersey shop. Context, over 1,000 failed tries, papers calling him a pipe dreamer, up against fat-funded brains like Nikola Tesla. But Edison doesn't blink. He said, "I didn't fail. I found 1,000 ways that don't work." After each bust, he jots notes, tweaks, and OES again. Payoff? 1879, the first light bulb dropped, flipping how humans live forever. Edison didn't win because he started the best. He won because he outlasted the quitters. You might think, "I don't have that kind of stamina." Wrong. Grit's not born, it's built. A 2016 Yale study showed folks who see failure as a chance to learn are 20% more likely to push through tough spots than those who call it the end. It's science. Your mindset steers your bounce back. When you frame hard stuff as a challenge, not a wall, you don't bolt, you face it. Stoics say you can't control what hits, but you own how you hit back. Edison couldn't stop flops. He owned his hustle. So how do you forge grit? Step 1. Redefine failure. Psych Carol Dweck's 2014 growth mindset research proved people who believe skills grow through effort, not fixed, boost resilience by 35% after a fall. Try it. Next time you tank, job rejection, missed shot, write down 3 takeaways. Say a pitch flops, note shaky voice, weak data, half-assed prep, then fix each one. This ain't self-soothing, it's turning failure into fuel, Edison style. Step 2, lock in, no quitting. A 2019 University of Texas study found folks who go public with goals, tell someone, are 40% more likely to stick it out than silent types. Do it now. Pick a goal, learn a skill, finish a project, and tell a bud, I'm doing this no matter how long it takes. That social heat keeps you rolling. Seneca, a Stoic sage, said, nothing's tougher than a mind that won't fold. That's no empty promise. It's a war cry against the grind. Real-world proof. J.K. Rowling. 1995, single mom on welfare in the UK. 0 publishing cred. Harry Potter gets shot down by 12 publishers straight. Context, writing in cafes because she can't heat her place, battling depression, raising a kid. But Rowling doesn't break. She rewrites, resubmits, sticks with it, till Bloomsbury bites in 1997. Result? Over 500 million books sold, global legend status. Rowling had no resources, just grit. Every no was a tweak, a push, a step. Hit it now. Pick a challenge you're dodging, tough gig, big call, and tackle it today. Want to quit? Ask, what's at stake if I bail? A 2020 University of Michigan study says those who grind past 3 straight flops jack their win odds by 50% on the 4th swing. Grit's not waiting for miracles. It's doing the damn thing till you win. Grit is the power that turns belief and action into victory. The best aren't the ones who don't fall. They're the ones who rise every time. Start now. Face the mess. Learn from it. Never stop. Chapter 5. Master your mind. Harness your inner power. You've stacked up belief, moved with guts, sketched your future with imagination, and toughed it out through the grind. But to truly live like the best, untouchable at the top, you've got to own your mind. Your head's your sharpest weapon. It can launch you to the peak or drag you to the pit. Don't run it, and it runs you, making you a slave to doubt, fear, old ruts. The top dogs don't let random feels or thoughts call the shots. They grab the wheel. This ain't vague advice. It's science and real life. Today, we're breaking down why mastering your mind's the final play to be the best, and how you kick it off now. First off, your mind shapes your reality. Science says that what you think on repeat turns into belief, and belief steers your moves. A 2015 Yale study found folks who stuck with positive thoughts for 8 weeks boosted problem-solving by 20% over the free-wandering crew. Why? Your mind's a programming beast. You feed it junk, it spits out failure. Load it with confidence and goals. It hunts ways to make them real. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic heavyweight, said, "Your life's what your thoughts build." This ain't fluffy talk. It's how your brain rolls. Check Oprah Winfrey, who tamed her mind to beat the odds. In 1983, she was a young reporter in Chicago. No fame, no big backing, hauling a past of abuse and poverty. Context, co-workers dissed her, and the station threatened to axe her for not fitting the TV mold. But what did Oprah have? A mind trained to believe in her worth. She said, "I refused to let my past define me. I decided who I'd be." She locked down her thoughts, zeroed in on hosting her show, and turned the Oprah Winfrey Show into a global juggernaut, running for 25 years and hitting millions. Oprah didn't win because of her setup. She won because she owned her headspace, flipping pain into power. You might think, I can't control my thoughts, they just hit. Nope. Your mind's trainable, like a muscle. A 2018 UC study showed folks practicing thought control via mindfulness or reflection cut stress by 30% and upped focus by 25% in 6 weeks. Stoics say you don't own what happens, but you own your reaction. Oprah couldn't erase her past. She switched how she saw it. Same for you. You don't need to kill doubt, you need to run it. So how do you master your mind? Step 1, control the input. Your brain's a computer, processes what you shove in. A 2020 Stanford study found cutting negative noise, bad news downer people, for 4 weeks bumped optimism by 18% and work output by 15%. Do it today. Ditch 30 minutes of drama scrolling on the social. Swap in a hype book or podcast. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." You're not weak, you're just feeding your mind trash fuel. Filter what you take in, and your thoughts shift. Step 2, lean on affirmations and visualization. Science calls it auto-suggestion, repeating positive vibes to wire your subconscious. A 2017 University of Illinois study showed folks saying, "I'm strong," or "I'll crush it" daily for 30 days, boosted their odds of tackling challenges by 22% over the no-talk crew. Pair it with the vision. Picture yourself at the top, leading your squad, hitting goals with vivid detail. Try it now. Every morning, face the mirror, say loud, "I'm the best," then see your win for 2 minutes. This ain't self-hype, it's how pros like athletes and CEOs sharpen their minds. The real deal, Arnold Schwarzenegger. 1968, a 21-year-old Austrian kid lands in the US. No cash, shaky English, dreaming of bodybuilding gold. Context, sleeping on gym floors, mocked for his accent and weird build by American standards. But Arnold? He owns his mind. Every day he sees himself on the Mr. Olympia stage, hears the cheers and feels the title. He said, "I saw myself winning before it happened." Result? 7 Mr. Olympia wins, 1970 to 1980, then Hollywood star and California governor. Arnold had no setup, just a locked-in headspace turning vision into reality. Heads up, your mind can backstab you too. A 2019 University of Michigan survey found that 65% of folks letting negative thoughts run wild, self-digs, worry, doubled their procrastination odds compared to those reining it in. You've got to steer, not be the victim. Doubt pops, pause, swap it. "I'm tough enough" over "I'm not good enough. Stick with it, it's second nature. Start now. Pick a recurring negative thought. "I'm not enough." Flip it to "I'm getting better every day." Say it loud 5 times, then do one small thing to back it up. A 2021 Oxford study says mind masters up their long-term goal odds by 20%. Oprah saw herself leading before she did. Arnold saw trophies before lifting them. What do you see? That's where your mind's taking you. Owning your mind is the last step to living like the best. It's not easy, worth it as hell. You can't control everything out there, but you run what's inside. Use it to shape the life you want. Kick it off now. Live like the best, your journey. We've crushed a hell of a ride, from forging ironclad belief, moving with bold action, sketching your future with imagination, grinding through adversity, to owning your mind to run your life. These aren't pie-in-the-sky theories. They're real-deal tools, backed by science and history, to live like the best, where no one can touch you. Each step's a piece. Belief lays the base, action builds the frame, imagination drafts the plan, grit stacks the walls, and your mind caps it with a rock-solid roof. But it's all noise unless you use it. The world doesn't care what you know, it cares what you do. This journey's not for listening and forgetting. It's a wake-up call to stand up and start. Here's the core. You're the best when you choose to believe it and live it. No one hands you that crown. You've got to claim it. Elon Musk didn't wait for NASA's nod. Oprah didn't wait for the world's okay. They decided who they were, then backed it with moves. A 2020 Harvard study says 85% of long-term success comes from attitude and hustle, not born talent. What does that mean? You don't need to start special. You just need to act like you are. The world follows when you lead. Think of Chris Gardner, homeless in 1981, crashing in San Francisco public bathrooms with his kid. Context: no cash, no crib, and no finance chops. But Gardner believed he could be a stockbroker. He pictured himself in a suit, killing it on Wall Street. He toughed out dozens of rejections and mastered his mind to beat despair. Payoff? Built his brokerage, raked in millions, and became the real-life pursuit of happiness. Gardner had nothing but will, and that would turn him from broke to baller. What have you got right now? Whatever it is, it's enough to start. Marcus Aurelius dropped, "Do the little you can with what you've got, where you stand." Truth bomb, you don't need perfect. You don't need it all lined up. You just need to step. This ride doesn't promise easy. Failure, doubt, and quit vibes will hit. But that's when you lock in. The best aren't the ones who don't fall. They're the ones who get up every time. A 2021 University of Michigan study says folks starting small and sticking with it boost their goal odds by 45% over the perfect moment waiters. Don't wait, hit it today. This is my call. Start now. Pick a goal, big or small, and roll with what you've learned. Believe you can do it. Act in the next 30 minutes. Picture your win. Grind when it gets rough. Own your mind when doubt sneaks in. You don't need to flip the world today. Just flip how you live this day. Send that big email. Kick off that stalled project. Face the challenge you've dodged. Every small move proves you're the best. Picture a year from now. You look back and see how far you've come. Not from luck, but because you dared to believe, dared to do, dared to keep going. That's no dream. It's what action gets you. I believe you've got it. But more clutch, you've got to believe it. Hitting subscribe on this channel isn't just a follow. It's a pact with yourself, with a crew rising like you. We're here to lift each other, to prove none of us are small. Your journey starts this second. Take a deep breath, stand tall, and say, "I'm the damn best." Then move, no hesitation, no excuses. You were born to shine, not someday, but now. The world's waiting for your proof. Go get it.